everyone, welcome to another Simon Says Stamp video. Today I'm starting out with some 120-pound ultra thick white cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. This is really great cardstock for Copic coloring, but I'm using it in particular today because of its weight, because it's a great card-based weight. And I'm going to score it, and you always want to score this cardstock because it is so thick. Otherwise it's going to crack on you quite a bit. So this is going to be a standard size card. So when folded, it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 tall. Well, actually our cards are going to be turned, so it's actually 4 1/4 tall and 5 1/2 wide. Alright, we'll set that aside for a minute here. And now we're going to use some pattern paper from Webster's Pages. This is from the Yacht Club, well, it's the Spring Market Yacht Club and Country Estates. It's like a triple pack. It has a whole bunch of papers inside. There's 36 double-sided papers, and it has really beautiful patterns. Gorgeous patterns. I just wanted to show you guys some of the patterns that's in it. We're actually going to be using one of the more generic patterns today, this stripe, and this is actually going to be cut off, but I just wanted to show you some of the other patterns because they really are gorgeous. So I'm going to cut this down so that the vertical stripes, I can put the vertical stripes on the front of the card, and it's going to be just slightly smaller than the front of the card. Alright, so that's going to go right there. Before we put it on the front of the card, we're going to do some stamping. The stamp I've chosen for today is from LaBlanche, I guess, or maybe LaBlanche. I'm not sure what the pronunciation is, but it's this really fun block stamp. And their stamps are a little bit different. They're white and they're made out of silicone. It's a really interesting stamp, and it gives a really good impression actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to ink this up with some Versamark ink and then do some clear embossing. So in order to prevent the embossing powder from going in places where we don't want it, I'm going to use this EK Success powder tool. I'm just going to kind of go over the front of that pattern paper. Powder hardly even shows. And then I'll ink up the stamp. And as far as I know, you can treat this stamp the same as if it was red rubber. Alright, and then I'm just going to put that right on the pattern paper. Really press down to get a good impression. Alright. And now that that's stamped, I'm going to go ahead and put some clear embossing powder on it. Okay, I hope you guys can see that on camera. It just added a really nice glossy texture where the stamp was. It's really subtle. You're not going to see much of it unless it's in the right light. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that straight down onto the front of the card. Alright, for the sentiment on the card, I'm going to use this stamp set from Hero Arts and Basic Gray. And I'm going to be stamping this one right up here. Alright, I'm using some vellum, and I'm going to stamp that sentiment in Versamark ink. So I'll use that powder tool again. I'm just going to go over the center area. And then ink up my stamp. Alright. Alright, I'm going to use some white embossing powder. Alright, and then I'm going to try to help it dry, not warped. Alright, this is actually going to go here over on the side of the card. And in order to make it so that it can kind of wrap around the card, I'm going to cut a slit in the fold of the card. So I'm going to place it right there where I need it. I'm just marking where I need to have that slit. And then I'm just going to cut right along the fold. So now I can just slide that in. I can get it positioned just how I want it. And then fold up these edges. I'm going to get it really tight and then use adhesive. So that the vellum isn't directly adhered to the actual card, it's just wrapped. So it's like that. Now we're going to take a little bit of contrasting pattern paper and we're going to cut really thin strips and just accentuate that edge there. I think I'll use this pattern because that blue would look really nice. Alright, I'm going to add some Tombow Mono Multi Glue just to the very edges of that vellum. And then put that pattern paper on. I'm going to let that dry before cutting it off. I'll go ahead and adhere the other one first. Alright, hope you guys can see the intricate design of that stamp in the background. I thought it would just create a really nice layering look. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time for another Simon Says Stamp video. Thanks for watching.